All right, what's going on, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why boring ads are absolutely crushing for high-ticket coaching and info-based offers in 2025. If you're watching this and you are the founder of a high-ticket coaching or info-based business, and if you're already doing, say, 100, 200, maybe even 300 grand a month, and you're really looking for ways to get to the next level and competitive advantages to start to scale to high six and even seven figures a month, then you're going to like this video as well as other videos here on the channel. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Sebastian Robeck. I have been around the block, so to speak, in the digital marketing advertising game. I sold my own seven-figure coaching business back in the day in 2021. I then went on to work as a CMO for many eight-figure a year info and coaching based businesses like Cole Gordon and Closers.io. I ran their whole marketing department and traffic and funnels and several others. And I probably personally managed well over 60 to 70 million in paid media spend at this point and have built and managed multiple eight-figure level marketing teams. And I share a lot of the insights I've gained along the way and what we are seeing work right now inside info businesses here on the channel. So again, let's dive right in, which again, the topic for today's video is why boring ads are crushing for high ticket coaching offers in 2025. So I'm going to explain what I mean by boring ads and how they differ from the older traditional way of making direct response ads for coaching based offers. I've got the Miro board set up here, a little bit different than a normal way. Usually I do the Notion board, but we're switching it up here. Also a little bit under the weather today, so don't mind the occasional sneeze and or cough. There you go. So with that said, I want to quickly outline so that this all makes sense, the old way of making direct response ads for coaching offers, right? So here's what a lot of businesses are doing, right? So they go like this. They write their scripts for the ads, hook with big, bold claim, outlandish statement, etc., something of the sort, right? And then this is really the kicker here that's going to, if you can get away from this, is going to make massive waves in your business and attracting higher quality clients and customers and just increasing just the overall quality of the people that you bring into the business, which will in turn have huge ripple effects in a positive way on the business, profitability, the team, etc. So again, the old way, what a lot of founders are still doing is they're making these very flashy ads, okay? Very flashy ads with fast-paced edits, lots of B-roll, animations, okay, subtitles that are, flying all over the place, dramatic music, again, animations, transitions, right? And they're all leading with the question of how do we keep people watching? Which is a good question to be asking. You should be asking that if you're creating ads that are going to cold traffic that are designed to get someone to directly respond to the ad and take an action. That is the question you should be asking. However, there is a hidden tax, there is a hidden cost to making ads like this, right? And look, I've been there. You have your marketing team and you have your editors. Editors send the ads back to your team, or maybe you're still reviewing them as a founder. You get the ads back, you're like, oh my God, guys, like these ads look amazing. They look super sexy, like they're flashy, like they look very professional, like they're highly produced. You're like, how can the market possibly not respond to these ads in a positive way and not convert? How could these ads not convert and crush at a high level on cold traffic? Well, the problem with these ads is they attract a very specific kind of person, okay? And this kind of person is going to look like this Homer Simpson guy right here. Okay, so here's what happens, right? Whoops, where's my GIF? Hang on, there we go. Don't go away from me here. So here's what happens. You make all this flashy stuff, and you're going to attract somebody who only responds to that kind of shit. Okay, you're going to attract the people who have ADHD, goldfish brain. They cannot concentrate on something for more than 2 seconds. They don't remember what they ate for breakfast that morning. So even if what you're saying in the ads is quote unquote correct, right? Even if you're saying the right things, even if you're calling out a higher quality person in the words themselves, there's not, when it comes to the ads, it's not just about what you're saying, it's how you're saying and how you're delivering the message. And the editing, the production of the ads has a massive, in my opinion, understated and underestimated effect on the types of people who resonate with that messaging. So again, if you are using these flashy ads, and if your sales team is relatively consistently reporting back to the sales manager, to use the founder, to the marketing team, hey, we're just not getting like, leads that are very high quality or buyers that are high quality, whatever it is, this is going to have a huge impact. So again, if you are still using flashy ads, I'm not saying stop it entirely, because I'm not giving you advice that's going to blow your marketing or business up right now, right? Like, you don't want to just suddenly turn all your ads off, right? If they are converting to some degree, keep them running. But what I would do and what I would recommend is I would start leveraging the new way of making ads. Let me move my face to over here, which is boring ads, okay? Because again, if you want higher quality people, if you want good quality leads, good quality customers, then you're going to want to change the way you're producing your ads. Okay, so instead, what you want to be doing, and again, this is going to feel counterintuitive. You're going to go, there's no way this stuff's going to work. I'm telling you right now, we are seeing it work at this very moment with businesses we are involved in, okay? It's working tremendously well, by the way, especially if your target market is of any level of increased awareness and sophistication. So if you're going up market, if you're talking to level 3, 4, 5, 6 plus awarenesses or awareness levels within your total addressable market, these ads, I cannot guarantee anything, of course, but I would bet money on the fact that these ads will produce higher quality leads, calls, and clients if you do it right. So the new way of making ads that is quite boring is much less editing, much less production, okay? Not filmed on a $5,000 professional 4K camera. You want to know what's working really well? Selfie style. Whoops, I cannot type today. Selfie style iPhone ads. Okay, I'm typing the way this guy feels right now. Selfie style iPhone ads from the founder. Okay, and usually they're about 45 to 60 seconds. And don't get me wrong, 90 seconds to 2 minutes also works. Okay, I have seen longer ads work, sometimes even 3+ minutes, depending on the platform. They can absolutely work, and there's nothing wrong with them at all. This is just what I'm generally seeing to work very well, is this length, selfie style, and most importantly, it's in the delivery of the ads that makes them boring. Well, it's in the delivery and the production, right? So as I mentioned, we have the production covered, which is way less editing. Yes, you can still have some subtitles. You can still have some captions, right? Just to make things easier for people to read. Subtitles / captions. Whoops, there we go. Okay. But not flashy or animated. Okay, just simple captions, simple subtitles. And then the key is in your delivery as the founder in the ads themselves. So you want to have a direct, yet you don't want to be direct. You don't want to be, waffling, as they say in the UK or in Australia, right? You don't want to just be randomly talking about whatever on the ad and otherwise you're going to lose people. So you still need to be concise and direct, but you can be concise and direct without being flashy, okay? So you want to be direct, yet laid back, relaxed, and grounded. So again, there's an energetic component to making ads this way that works tremendously well, because if you actually think about it, if you went to your local, let's say, chiropractor, functional medicine doctor, regular doctor, whatever, some medical professional, you walked into the office, right? And you're telling them about your problem or whatever it is. And all of a sudden, they start talking to you and explaining a little bit about why you might be having the problem you're having and some potential solutions and how they think they can help. If they started doing that, but they were doing it like really, really fast, like, oh my God, look, here's what's happening. You got to do this. You got to do that. You're going to be like, wow, subconsciously and consciously, you're going to have a hard time trusting that medical practitioner or professional to actually take care of you. There is a genuine psychological component to that. Whereas if you think about any doctor's visits you've had or medical professionals you've worked with, where they're super relaxed, they're super chill, they're taking their time, they're pausing a little bit in between their sentences, and they're speaking from a grounded place of depth and expertise and understanding, and they're not all in your face, you're going to tend to trust them more. Now, here's what's going to take some getting used to. This style of ad is not going to resonate nearly as much with this kind of person. And you might be used to speaking to this kind of person and having these kinds of people in your business coming through as leads, coming through as customers on like maybe low ticket customers, and then ultimately coming through as high ticket clients. So there will be an adjustment period where you're not going to attract these kinds of people. In addition to that, you may also, there's a very good chance you may see your costs on the front end increase as you make ads like this, because you're no longer resonating with the masses and all the people out there who, again, you know, I'm not shitting on anyone. It's just the reality is that a lot more people these days can't concentrate on shit. Not necessarily anyone's fault. It's just the reality of the modern day society that we live in, right? And so as you start to attract fewer of those people, you're gonna turn more people away, which will naturally increase your cost to get in front of certain people. But in doing so, you're going to attract and resonate with more of the actual right kinds of people that you want coming into the business, speaking with the sales team, and most importantly, working with your client success team, right? Because the foundation of your info and coaching business is built on your ability to deliver results to clients, which is directly impacted by the kinds of people you tee up from the sales team to the coaching team and the coaching department. And if you're giving the coaching team people that are just harder to work with and are going to take a lot more effort and energy to get them results and decrease the chance of getting client results, that's just not going to be conducive to your business being sustainable and healthy and more highly sought after by more of the market. Whereas when you do this and you attract higher quality people, it feeds everything. So it creates this beautiful flywheel effect. So I'm going to wrap up that video here. I'm probably going to make a follow-up video. And you guys, by the way, you can let me know in the comments if this would be helpful, or drop me a DM on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. If you'd like me to make a little bit more of an in-depth, granular tutorial on how to make these boring ads, this is a very good starting point. So literally, if you want to MVP it, right, all you need to do to test this is take one of your existing top performing ad creatives, re-record it, but record it in this way. So keep the script the same, keep the hook, the body, the CTA, keep it all exactly identical for the sake of keeping variables limited. Record it in this way and produce it in this way, which is very little production on it, you know, to begin with, and then test those. Again, I almost guarantee you're going to see higher front-end costs in the beginning, okay? But if you give those ads enough time to run, you should see 9 times, I say 80 to 90% of the time, you'll see higher, or you'll see lower net acquisition costs on acquiring clients from those ads. Okay. So let them run for long enough, whatever that sales cycle time and budget looks like for your particular offer and price point, et cetera, and what you're spending. But that's an easy way to start testing these. And again, if you'd like me to make a video on, you know, where I go a little bit more in depth on, you know, maybe some scripting and ad frameworks that work really well in this regard, let me know. I also have a video on some of that here, which I'll leave in the description. Again, I hope you found this helpful. As always, you know, like this video, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. More importantly, if you are the founder of a high ticket info and coaching business, you're watching this, if you are stuck at $1 to $2 or even $300,000 a month, and if you would like to get clarity on how to actually start scaling your business from math and grounded data and numbers, so you can stop guessing on what is needed inside the business to get to your next level revenue target, then I would definitely recommend you pick up the $1 million a month KPI dashboard. It's in the description. It's completely free. It's the exact tool that we use internally and that I used as the CMO for all these big info brands to model out the growth and really reverse engineer all the numbers needed to scale info businesses to $1 million a month and to do it profitably and sustainably. And lastly, if you want an extra set of eyes on your marketing, you can also book a call with me down below in the description. And with that said, I'll leave it there and I'll see you all in the next video.